Real. Yo, how crazy was that anonymous light that appeared on the YTs at the end there? Yo, Sam with the follow.
Flashlight.
No, I've never been to the Conjuring house. What's up, Chris? I don't know if any. I mean, I know a lot of people on the YTs right now saw it. But that was wild, yo. That was something. Let me tell you. And Buckout's famous for that. Buckout is that's a big thing with Buckout with the anonymous lights.
From the
Yo, CTM, you have an excellent evening as well. What's up, Susan? What time is it in America? Well, here in New York, it is 2 in the morning. But in other spots, it's a little earlier.
Grandfather. Big deal.
Big deal.
That's what I think.
That's what you think, child?
I think we'll have that.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I actually have a lot of trouble sleeping. I always have since I was a child. I only need 3 to 4 hours to function, as you see every day. You could tell the days that I get a little more than that, even half hour makes a difference. But yeah, I don't sleep. I mean, after this, listen, we're gonna do a bonus session here. It could last an hour, it could last shorter. But when I go upstairs, I'm gonna be going through a replay. I won't be going to bed until early, 5:36 in the morning here for me. And now that I'm on the summer schedule, I'm up by 9. Imagine that, 3-4 hours.
Please come back.
Please come back. Yeah.
Killing from the margin.
Oh, Norma, of course. Thank you for being here.
Are keeping things.
Damn, Betty. I know. Such a pain in the ass, isn't it?
United States.
Yep. I am.
Whether the government.
Loretta, I am actually. Nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. You can tell when I get some sleep, though, as opposed to when I haven't gotten enough sleep or it starts to get to me. Oh, I haven't heard from Bean and... technically I've never heard from Bean.
Overwhelmed.
Actually, now that I think about it, other than through a spirit board years ago,
Guardian.
I've never heard from Bean. Never, ever. And I've heard from a lot of things here at the undisclosed location. I've heard Bean spoken about, of course. And I've definitely seen it as well.
Country. In many respects.
Oh, congratulations to you and your stepfather.
Assuredly.
Oh, wait, the details. You don't want the details on that one, Spirit.
Or happening. And what we want.
What am I doing in the dark? We are actually on the haunted grounds of the undisclosed location.
I will try.
Is where we are at. This place has got a bit of a history, too.
Arrogant. I'm
Yo, Sagittarius rising with the follow. Welcome, welcome. Karen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yo, what up, butterflies?
Still getting that.
How come it's half red? I don't know. Carrie Sue, you see red? Maybe the grass is possessed. No, it's the flashlight, Carrie Sue. It's the red light.
Stop interrupting.
No one's interrupting anything. I ripped my pants, by the way, at the crotch. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you guys that, but I'm fucking telling you. You know?
Lying.
And I'm not lying. I'm sticking my finger right through the hole right now.
As well.
Definitely not lying.
Please call back.
Angela.
You know? There's no lying happening here. It's not that curious, Spirit. It's a tear. That's what happens when my camping chair sinks into the ground, and I struggle to get the hell out of it.
You too.
And the barking spiders. Yo, imagine barking spiders rip clothing. No, that's this, guys. Look. Yeah, Mimi, this is where she looks for her children.
This have been.
The welfare.
No more as black.
Wow, you can't even tell it's green. Because the grass is green. Much better for pocket pool. Oh my god, imagine that. There has to be people on live streams that do that. You know, ugh. That's just really creepy to think about. You're watching somebody and they're just playing pocket pool.
I think they're in.
Yeah, that's the flashlight.
Captains.
Now, where are we? We are at the undisclosed location. We are in the field.
You also have the biggest pet.
It's not
Include most. Or not.
That's a street light, believe it or not.
Is a line.
Isn't it, Deirdre? Isn't it? Dude, imagine lightning bugs were that big.
brilliant.
Yeah,
me,
that's
yeah.
a green light. I mean, the green light looks
Well,
wild
yeah.
on the YTs. Well, we've seen visuals here in
Farming.
the field, but I can tell you this: there's lightning bugs. This field's covered with them at dusk.
It's cold.
You know, Spirit, it's actually
To find
surprisingly colder back here
Evan Hunt.
than anywhere else right now. Like, I have to agree with the Spirit. Like, sitting back here, I'm like, wait a minute, why is it so cold? And it's windy. Well, I mean, it's always windy at the undisclosed location.
For sure.
There's never a time it's not windy
In the
here.
United States.
Nah, I couldn't, yo. I couldn't. You guys rock, yo. Legendary community. I just wish I didn't have such Andy Kaufman humor and style that I just told you guys I was doing the bonus, because like mad people probably have no idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah, I'm very curious the whole thing with Mary. Begging for help, wanting peace, telling us about everything. That piece of information that the curse took her life, that's wild. That's huge. Me and Mary have that curse in common. So I'm hoping maybe I can somehow explain to her how to break it. Who's with me? Nobody, Sam.
Well,
I am by myself. So Sam, these spirits already passed to the other side, yo. This is all frequencies and layered dimensions.
Yeah, you want some?
Oh, that's awesome, Mimi. That's because of the amazing tappers we had tonight.
His contribution.
You know, helps out with the algorithm.
Some quality.
Yo,
Pathetic.
McGee with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Not you, Spirit.
Dude,
Somebody
this is
followed me. I wasn't talking to you.
half a
Spirit's like, thank you. Yo, sweet lady, all the time, yo.
Please.
All the time they get drained.
more than
Crazy lady with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
release scheme.
I know. It was. They were like.
The
They were like,
carrots look
thank you. Whoa, Spirit. You don't got to get nasty. Relax.
Look at
To
players.
support.
You don't got to get nasty.
But I had to turn it.
Yo, rascal. You know, I don't have a definite answer to what ties spirits to locations because the data's all over the place. Some spirits aren't tied. Some spirits are. And the ones that are tied to locations due to all different reasons. One big one is memory. It's how spirits come back and forth between locations.
Opinion, but
So, Bob,
hear
you notice how a lot of those radio...
if it doesn't. Sort of.
30 seconds.
You notice how a lot of those radio bursts I ignore? It's because I can't decipher anything from them. I'm good, Rascal. How are you?
Gonna come into
Blank and
Spirit, you're reading the comments? Can you say hello to the chat? Oh, I'm seeing mad lightning bugs out there now. I think that green light's getting them all crazy.
as well as have
That green light's like the language of love
Then we went up to hit.
for the lightning bugs. Sweet lady, all the time. Like, I get intellectual responses
test match again.
all the time. Like, literally all the time. Karen, I'm doing great. Why is the light green? I switched it to green.
Frankly, the
Like, all the time. Yo, Cat with the hearts, appreciate you. I mean, the other day I had a over 5 minute conversation with a spirit,
okay.
But her relative.
which by the way, I did get called out on that video because that video should have been 7 minutes long. Unfortunately, the live lagged, and the first 2 minutes is really choppy. So that's why it starts from a certain point.
There's one out.
Oh shit, Rascal! I'm glad you're recovering.
Please stop.
So technically, that video is supposed to be more like 6.5, 7 minutes long.
Oh, good.
Sweet lady with the follow, welcome, welcome. But
Serves
the very beginning of that whole thing got all messed up.
Leaving.
luck.
Ah, that's intent, Bomb. My intent
profound.
is what allows them not to latch onto me. Basically,
3-1.
you have to have a real big dominant attitude. Which I have. No, I don't allow spirits to follow me home. Doreen, going into the whole intent question that Bomb asked.
Rapture.
No, Karen. Not that I know of.
I love you.
You love me.
So
It's got to be the Nip Nips, isn't it, Spirit? It's got to be the Nip Nips. Awesome, Rascal. That is great to hear, my
But
friend.
anyway,
Yo, Kim with the hand heart away.
No boy.
A class.
Beatrice with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
And I.
K-Love with the hand heart. Spirit, you're a little quiet here tonight. The other night was fucking nuts.
For fire.
Tonight, you're quiet. What's going on, Spirits?
No.
Why so quiet? Shit, last night was, I mean, last night. The other night back here was so crazy. We actually had a entity pretending to be a child. So, sweet lady, I do this a little differently, right? Yo, Sabrina with the follow. I document rather than ghost hunt
Bring back.
or investigate.
Oh, it's
And I've been doing this place for years. Years. So I am waiting. I am waiting for
You know, occupy.
Was also the
a
case.
chance to have a conversation with a spirit, and also listening to the spirit chatter to see if they're saying anything that matches up with the history. So basically, I'm not going to throw nilly-willy questions out there. Yo, what up, Shireen? Oh, bomb. That comes with experience. That's what's
Wait, so
because I've documented lots of children. I know how children sound, how they act.
No.
This is what we have at the
Believe it or not, it's actually not that easy to fool somebody with the experience of dealing with spirits that are children.
Within
Daniel with the follow. Well,
because of what
yeah, Doc's kid with the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yo, Serene, true player for real. So, Doreen, every now and then I hear disembodied voices, but that's about it. I don't have any special abilities or sight or anything like that. Hi, Bob. Hello, hello. Yo, Scripted Truth with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
This is
The spirit last week that was talking in the field? No.
in chat.
Everybody's
No. We don't know what it was, but it definitely wasn't a child.
I'm getting married.
You're getting married?
There it's a
Well, that's a pleasant memory. That's awesome, Spirit. What's your fiance's name?
baby pro. Just say. Nip. Thanks for.
I mean, you think about
Oh,
up here.
in
And just
It's a very sweet memory. And what's crazy about the history with this place is after Edward passed away in 1906, up until the Spanish flu, this place was used for parties, balls, political rallies, all sorts of things, including weddings.
video. Plentiful amounts.
Yo, Angelina Truplaya for
Do we
real.
know
houses and
we're talking about? What about?
Do you have
temperatures.
Inmate.
Operation
It's weird. I thought I saw something in the field.
soldier.
Soldier.
To the front.
weird.
You're right.
Yo, Red Bomb with the file. Welcome, welcome.
On a Monday.
As an
Ooh, we Rev. Thank you for being here. Yo, Christy C with the follow. Welcome, welcome. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about children. I am out here. Spirit, what's your name?
Wonder
You'd walk.
That's a little creepy whisper, but is what it is. Spirit, what is your name?
Sweet November 20.
November 20.
Morning glory.
What's up, Tina? I'm good.
We can.
Between junction.
Spirit that said they saw me out here. What is your name?
Seven Oaks. And 20.
Some pound. Really does.
Tina Truplaya for real.
Pins to cat.
No, it didn't say the
Try this
soldier was
happy.
to my right. It just said soldier.
Foreign policy applies.
We, my friends, yo, tap that screen, share the live out. Let's get them taps up.
Much.
Isn't that to me?
Who's mad at you? I'm not mad at you. What's up, Sparks?
In West York.
Right, Carrie C, wasn't it wild? This is me asking questions. It really is wild. And I understand, like, it's a lot of waiting. You know, it is a lot of waiting. But I just pinch my nip-nips while I wait. Opal Truplaya for real. Stacy Truplaya for real.
Brandy.
Well, kill.
Nah, I don't have any Brandy Spirit.
Facebook and Insta.
Yeah, roads, you know, that's wind. Sometimes wind is low, sometimes it's high, sometimes it's in the middle. Sometimes it affects the ground, the trees.
It's so far.
I think you're.
Oh yeah, Carrie Sue, way more results. Knowing when to strike, you know?
20.
So this is called the grounds of the undisclosed location. It goes back to the 1700s. It was an outpost. Remember? Well, you might not remember because you might not have been here for the Buck Out Live earlier. We just got done with a session about an hour ago. We ended at 1. And the place I was at was the site of the Battle of White Plains, which destroyed everything. And even here was affected by that because I'm not that far from Buck Out. This was an outpost that was destroyed by the British. And after that, a very evil, wealthy man named Edward built his Victorian mansion on the grounds. Red Bomb, that's all Hollywood bogus, hocus pocus crap. None of that's real with the 3 a.m. stuff. I call that the romantical paranormal, and it's just not. It's not real. I mean, sure, things can happen at 3 a.m., but things can happen at 7 a.m., you know?
Witnessed.
But anyway, so this place, he built his Victorian mansion on the spot. And then, yo, Nubis wife, you have an excellent evening. And then he did a lot of evil shit here with children and sacrifices. And he was not a good man. And then after he died, Years later, this place was used for the Spanish flu as a pop-up hospital.
Irresponsible.
Right? Oh, you're on vacation? Yeah, that's awesome.
The condition.
Thank you for being here during your vacation. Yo, Nats with the follow, and hope you're having fun too. And
Yes, certainly.
after the Spanish flu, don't hold me. I'm good, Spirit. I don't need to be held. And then after that, it became an actual hospital called Regent Hill Hospital. It was an experimental hospital, and then after that, it became an apartment building. Yeah, well, Rev. You know what? It actually has to do with more science than anything. In between 2 and 4 in the morning, most people get up to use the bathroom. That's because back in the day, you would wake up and stoke the fire so you didn't die.
Which place?
So then religion and Hollywood and a bunch of other things turned around and, decided to create the whole 3 a.m. thing. But in reality, it has nothing to do with that.
He has.
We can.
I know you could talk, Spirit. That's why I do this. What's your name? Killed him. Who got killed? Yes, for this session I'm using Vox and Ghost Tube Original of the 2 spirit boxes for the evening. That's it, Karisu. Kiwi, you play it for real. That is the way that works. Yo, what up, Panda?
Possible.
In the night.
That's one of the.
Grace.
Grace.
Your BBC.
Is that a name?
Yeah.
Intervention. On.
Like.
Yo, Jeff, appreciate you being here, yo.
Ceasefire.
Log in when one comes through, sure. Sherry with the follow, welcome. No, I do not. Where are we now? We are at the field of the undisclosed location.
Courage then.
Lucas, please don't tell people what to believe here. Please don't force your religion on anybody. We have a very large community from all over the world. We don't need religion forced on us. Let people have their personal truths, yeah. Yo, Victor with the follow, welcome. Panda, true player for real. Eric, true player for real, number 697.
Leaders of.
Boats.
You're welcome.
For Rose.
Kendall with the follow, welcome.
Want to know?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of that.
Probably seeing.
We get a lot of people on the YTs that try to do that. And then they think I'm some sort of devil worshiper because I just try to make people feel comfortable.
11 a.m. here.
You know what I mean? Like I can only imagine, like, if I was Jewish and doing this, or Muslim and doing this. You know what I mean? And how, like, uncomfortable people would make you feel. Or if I was, a pagan, or. Actually, I was about to say didn't believe in God at all.
It's about.
If
Oh, shit. Isn't that disrespectful? Yo, Jay with the follow. Yo, Shopaholic with the follow. Missy, true player for real.
And why this.
Chill, true player for real. Not true player for real.
Now at this point,
David with the file. Welcome, welcome.
move the
It's made there.
enough.
Very odd, though. I will have to say this with the spirit chatter here tonight. Very odd.
Your attack.
I'm not hearing any of the usual stuff that I hear, that I've heard over the years. Yo, bedhead, true player for real. I'm sorry you don't feel welcome, Sarin. What up, Wheezy?
Don't take.
in a very pop.
Well, Martha, there's definitely spirit chatter, but some of it's radio because that's just one of the spirit boxes I'm using. But usually we hear about other things out here, and I haven't heard any of those yet. Yo, Perry with the follow, welcome, welcome. Patriot with the follow, welcome, welcome. Nancy, hello.
.com.
Oh yeah, we have seen spirits in this field. You know what's crazy? Believe it or not, more stuff has been caught not live here. Well, not even caught, just seen not live by multiple people.
What to tackle camp?
So for this session, we're using Vox and GhostTube Original. Justin with the file, welcome, welcome. What up, Bolt? Well, spirits, Bolt, I always pose the question when it comes to spirits. You know, what is the light that people speak of when they say, hey, do you help spirits go to the light? You know, what if the light is an interdimensional place that feeds off spirits? And, you know, people are like sending spirits to the light left and right, and they're just feeding interdimensional entities. But besides that point, right, that's the more exaggerated point. The real point is, who are we to think that we have the power to send spirits to quote unquote the light? And on top of that, that just sounds like something to make people feel better about this whole situation. Something they don't understand. Yo, Robinson with the hand heart. Lady, should play it for real. Lady Devil, should play it for real, number 700. I've noticed that. It's always people claiming that they're sending spirits to the light, and there's never any proof on it. And I've documented spirits up and down so many crazy situations, right? Anytime I've ever seen videos or seen lives or seen any of that, there is no proof, not in the spirit chatter or in the conversations or visual, for that matter. As opposed to, and this is me putting my money where my mouth is, as opposed to me on live documenting spirits telling us how they create portals of light to travel, which is completely different than quote unquote sending them to the light. Yo, Dylan, you play it for real. I have not seen anything definitive yet out here, Kimberly, since I started this session. In the past, of course.
All racist.
I'm not racist, spirit. Nowhere near. I actually love everybody.
This will not
Suffocate.
But
In the
you know, whatever you say, spirit. Dude, let me tell you something. I am not scared of a lot of things, okay? But if a leprechaun popped out of these fucking bushes, I would shit my cheeks. I would shit my cheeks. I'm sorry, I'm a 80s baby. I've seen the leprechaun movies. You know, like, I would shit my cheeks. No joke. Then I'd go to kick it, because I try to kick anything that's smaller than me.
System.
How do we prevent leprechauns from hopping out of the bushes? There's no way to prevent that. We can only, you know, put our wishful thoughts to the universe and hope it doesn't happen.
for you. That's a piece.
That's it, the cheeks, yo. Rev, I'm also on the YTs right now, YouTube. What's up, Dean? We, Martha. Squishy, squishy. A natural event, try wind. I am not sure what you're talking about there. I don't control the spirits, nor the wind, nor the weather. Same name, yep, same name, Rev. I don't control any of that. Not at all.
They're here.
Ooh wee lady. Good. Good, very good. I'm glad you feel accepted. That's what we try to do here, yo. Everybody's welcome. As long as you don't try to force your religious beliefs or your political beliefs on anybody, you're welcome here, yo. Yeah, Sherry, I forgot to activate God mode. I'm not Spirit, I'm not gonna die. Relax, don't get nasty. Great, I think we got a nasty one out here right now. There's a lot of nasty spirits at the undisclosed location. What happened to that spirit that said they were getting married? God mode activated. Oh, I agree. I've actually documented other realms, believe it or not. Again, going into my documentation, I have heard of other realms like the Abyss. This is from the spirits, mind you. The spirits have spoken about the Abyss. They've spoken about the Void. They've spoken about Warlow. And one other, I can't remember the name of it right now.
Let's go.
Yes, Cassie. Yes, Eve was that child that wasn't a child. That came through the last time we were here. Now, again, I'm just speaking from my documentation. I'm not speaking of like places in mythology and whatnot. Like this is legit what the spirits have spoken about in the past and in detail. Yo, Christy, you have an excellent evening, my friend.
Fighting.
I didn't hear much chatter about the fireworks. Didn't hear them say anything about it, interesting enough, when they were going off on the 4th.
Three.
What's up, Christina? Welcome, John Santa, New York.
There's the hardening.
When you and there you go.
What's up, Kathleen? Welcome, welcome. I did not hear Satan.
Just give. Well, we got. Position.
No, last night, where were we last night? We were at, last night we were at the Letchworth Village Cemetery. What's up, J Planet? Kathleen, believe it or not, we're at an old hospital right now. What's up, Leo? This place was a hospital at one point, 2 times over. It was one for the Spanish flu and one for an experimental hospital.
Wallaby.
Oh yeah, the building's still here. Inside, in the abandoned side of this building, is where
On the right.
the bonus session was gonna be if we hit the 20% tonight.
Don't.
Kimberly with the follow. We were at Buckout. What up, Linda?
These case.
Foreclosed.
So Kathleen, obviously I don't know the details. I'm not a medium or a psychic. What I can tell you from my documentation is that most likely when your father passed away, his energy scattered, energy being his memories.
Okay.
I'm okay, child. Are you okay? His energy scattered, and by energy I mean his memories. Some went to his loved ones, like yourself. Others probably went to places of his work, childhood, things like that. Is there a chance that there are some of his memories at that hospital? Sure. But most likely, if he spent very little time there, there's going to be very little memories there. Sandy with the follow. Oh, wait, am I allowed inside? Not only am I allowed inside, but I live here.
What you're talking about are sort of
Beginning of
So I wasn't worried about him being trapped in there, you know what I mean?
But you know, you.
Oh, yeah. In fact, this place, I have so much documentation. I have years of documentation about this place.
Because it's.
Right now, we're looking at the second place that I've ever streamed. It was out in this field. Oh, man. Listen, I said this earlier because it's just the truth. I don't want to scare off the spirits, and I also don't want to attract the spirits that way.
maintaining.
You know what I'm saying?
so.
Oh, yo, it is actually beautiful out here as far as humidity.
Dave.
Yep, those are fireflies. TK, frequency, true player for real, number 701. Roxanne, true player for real, ooh wee.
Radio station.
And then.
Yeah, I love the fireflies too. Yo, Pit with the follow. Yep. Well, up here we call them lightning bugs.
Here's after.
Drew Bob with the follow, River with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
There are some splendid. And
Inside this place, they feel trapped and stuck. For sure. Out here, different. Very different out here.
Island.
I'm below.
Spirits do read the chat, and sometimes will answer your questions. Oh, we frequency, appreciate you being here. Well, unfortunately, lightning bugs were affected by a lot of chemical treatments of areas, and they thought they were going to be extinct soon, but nature finds a way, right? Yo, Mike with the follow, welcome, welcome. Well, what if a spirit tries to go up my booty hole, yo?
React.
So, just Mark, it's funny because the spirit said Elizabeth, right? Now,
Decide not. For sure.
we don't know for sure if that was Elizabeth doing that. I wouldn't put it past Elizabeth here. Yo, nature always wins. So I don't know if it was Elizabeth, but that spirit straight up called her out. So chances are it might have been. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for.
Yo, what up, business? I can see you. I can't hear you though. Yeah, yo, Fairy Queen. We got a lot of lightning bugs flying around here. Also, I don't consider this paranormal. I never really liked the word paranormal either. This is more of a paranature.
How do you feel?
You know what I mean? Like, this is like the nature of things. Yeah, it's just that category. I like the word paranature better because, there's so much that we just don't know. Let's be real.
You.
Because
This is normal to something. Yeah.
Without it. Sharp for
Pretty
sport.
name. No, she hasn't, Linder.
can you hear it?
I cannot hear it. Yo, Mimi, you have an excellent email. I'm actually going to be winding down myself, too. And going to go through a replay. That's actually, funny enough, when I'm done with the stream and I head upstairs, everybody's knocked out.
we could help.
So I, fire up a replay and I, go through a replay. Am I scared? No, nowhere near scared. Nowhere near. Yo, Mimo, wait with the follow. So I'm using Vox and Ghost Tube Original. Yo, what up, Pocket? Nocturnal, you know what's funny? Do you know what I'm playing right now while I go through a replay? I actually re-downloaded Command and Conquer. I've been playing a bunch of the Command and Conquer series. So, there's probably a little bit of his energy business. Sure. Not much tonight here, Pibbles. One spirit said that I was here, but that's about it. You know? I'm using Vox and Ghost Tube Original for this bonus session here tonight.
Conversation. Cellular.
You want to see the spirit box? Sure.
Please.
This is Vox.
Purity. Fixed up.
And this is Ghost Tube. Nocturnal, that's a great question, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Well, Vox is my favorite app to use.
Injury time.
Like, if I turn around and switch out an app, because I usually run two, unless I'm walking. If I'm walking, I only like to run one. I just like to run one when I'm walking. I always have. But if I'm sitting down and documenting, I'll run two. I usually keep Vox on and switch out Ghost Tube for another one, like Necrometer. Yeah, there's lightning bugs out there. All right, one more candy cane and then I'm going in. Yep, lightning bugs, fireflies. We call them lightning bugs up here.
What do
But
you
yep.
want?
I'm taking.
Suppose we.
I mean, technically, we're all skinwalkers.
Just watching.
What's up, Lady J?
I did not go. About.
Vox is better to use. But with Native American spirits,
Fringe.
you're looking for more visuals than you are communication. They don't really talk through the apps well, or through spirit boxes or anything in general. Native American spirits are very, very different. I've caught visuals of them. It's pretty wild.
Hesitant.
What? Last. In.
Mona with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
How much is it to get you? What's in the middle?
What's up, superstar?
It's not less.
Lady Queen with the follow. Welcome, welcome.
So
Well, shit, where I was tonight was heavily Native American.
Yeah.
I was at Buckout
But
earlier.
again,
And there's a native curse on that land. Mama Tia with the file. Welcome, welcome.
because that pack are married.
Yeah.
Was
Kevin
cool.
Con with the file. Welcome, welcome.
I was good.
No proposal.
Just heard something else about being married. Sound like a different spirit.
Stuff.
Danger.
So, with my
Please get-
documentation, one of my favorite things to do is get at least a year or more in
Cut the window.
of documenting before I actually go and do the research. I like to go into places blind. Go Rob Sir with the file, and obviously, if I'm there and I pick the spot to document and keep going back to,
Since was created.
I know a little bit.
Go to the alley.
But as far as like deep diving research, that's like this place. This place we're sitting at now, guys. I documented this place for 3 years straight. Okay? Didn't do research until the first 2 years were up.
And you know who? Right.
Guess it's
Human. 8 o'clock.
I'm human. Little danger. Little danger gets my nip nips hard.
40 minutes. Count. Okay. Let's
What happened?
put it in.
New York.
The agent.
Real swagger.
Yeah, hell yeah, I got that motherfucker swagger.
From Ray Wilkins.
Victorian.
And Ralph then come.
What I s-
Ooh, we peoples. Got that Santa swagger. That Santa Riz.
Freeman Drake.
Clapping them dead cheeks.
Run out white.
In the
Yo, Nikki with the file. Welcome, welcome.
season 6.
Oh, shit. Thunderclap.
Discriminate.
Thunderclap.
That's hurtful.
It's not just the fact.
Damn, spirits, you're gonna blast my location?
Overnight. Range of uptake before.
Fucking A, relax.
Smile.
Damn.
We can't say.
On it.
No, I've never, ever,
It's old mates.
ever had bugs reacting differently to spirits.
Trinity Energy.
I've never noticed it.
In.
Could be happening. Never
gonna-
noticed it.
See. Oh.
Ooh, wait, look at that. Be a nice hour bonus session. I'm actually about to go in. Thirsty to hear it in my voice. My voice is dry.
That's a sign, bud.
Do I, Jackie? Yeah, well, think about it. For me, it's 3 in the morning now. I've been up since about 9-ish.
Leave.
9 in the morning.
Oh, it won't.
It's not like I get to sleep during the day. I wish I could hit the hay. I'm still like at like 50% right now.
It'll be
I'm gonna end up going through a replay.
Executive.
Probably go to sleep in another couple hours.
On your part.
I think this is
third
it.
party.
Fast.
The way the
Wait.
club is.
Sad.
Yeah,
What's
it's
up, Jess?
Not gonna get
You see demons in the trees? Yo, I got beef with the tree gods, yo. Those aren't demons. Those are tree
Don't
gods.
guess
I
now.
got beef with them.
top of the hour.
Really, Jeff?
I got mad beef with the tree
Hey,
gods, yo. Charlotte should play it for real.
Cloud.
Yo, my friends, thank you for the likes, the shares, the follows, and the gifts. The cat treats, the thumbs up. Everybody that's subscribed, everyone that stays subscribed, mods for holding it down. You guys fucking rock. I will see you all tomorrow. Ooh wee, yo. Meow, meow.